Tuesday.
Food, love, laughter. It is time for our weekly cooking show. And today, what are we making, Ezra?
We're making some vegan mac and cheese.
There are a couple of ingredients that are not vegan, but we'll note them as we go.
You know, I think, interestingly enough for me with the vegan mac and cheese, at first I was dissuaded.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the word vegan right in front.
The V word, the vegan word.
Why are we afraid of that? We don't have to be afraid of it.
Yeah. Really what that means is that this is going to be dairy free so that Ezra can eat it and I can eat it and we will be happy tonight. We will be happy tomorrow.
And that's the thing, is
we're
thinking
digesting
about
it.
like, yeah, we're going to feel better. And what we're actually worried and talking about is taste. We're worried that it's not going to come across the same.
Yeah. And this tastes awesome.
It does taste really good. Today we're doing like a little bit of a combo of like...
It's a hybrid. It's an assembly.
Of a vegan mac and cheese recipe that we always use and one that we're trying for the first time. So
yeah,
let's take a risk here.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in.
We are going to use our handy friend, the Vitamix. If you don't have a Vitamix, it's okay. Any blender will do. But we're going to show you the ingredients, put them in the blender. We'll have some blending fun, and then you'll get to see what this looks like at the end.
Yeah.
What do we put in the blender first?
Well, let's start with the cashews. Okay. So those cashews that we have been soaking for a couple of hours. Some people say you should soak a minimum of like 4 to 6 or even overnight. But with this thing, and depending on the power of your blender, it will work either way, at least like 2 hours. Sometimes I've done it just straight up. Yeah. Like no time at all, just put it straight in there.
And you'll see cashews in a lot of vegan recipes because when you blend cashews, as you see, it's like a soft cheese sort of texture, and so you get the texture of the cheese that you're looking for, but you get it from cashews instead of from
which
cows.
makes it perfect for not just noodles, but chips. Like your version of nachos.
Yes.
This is our go-to nacho cheese.
Yeah. Which is probably why we don't soak it for 4 to 6 hours, because like if we are like, oh, that's what we're gonna have for dinner, and no, we can soak it for 2 and still get it done, then we're in good shape.
So let's start with our cashews.
Okay, great. So putting cashews in our blender, and this is like 1.5 cups of cashews. Is that right?
Yeah, our recipe calls for a cup. I go a little bit more.
Goes a little heavy on the shoes.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I'm afraid of things in our kitchen.
Don't be afraid. That's from like a cooking show you saw, right?
Yeah, we talked about that last time. Don't be afraid of the ingredients in your kitchen.
Don't be afraid of the ingredients in your kitchen. Is this next?
Yeah, let's go with, so we also sauteed some, you can do half a white onion, but what we did is some green onions. Are they also called scallions?
So I think they're 2 different things.
Oh,
I think scallions are those like little baby midget onions that don't have quite as potent like a raw flavor. Yeah, green onions are like the long stemmed.
So that's okay. So that's green onions for sure, and like 3 or 4 cloves of garlic.
Awesome.
Next, we've roasted some carrots.
Yes.
I just put them in the saute pan for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and Ezra has this technique that he likes to do that's like a cold start. So you have a cold cast iron skillet and you put
so good
vegetables that are like cruciferous, like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, you can do carrots, and then in a cold pan, and then you put like salt and a little bit of oil over it, and then you put it on the burner.
Yeah, and then I put a lid on it. I don't touch it. I leave it alone. I leave it alone for at least 7 minutes, and then and because it cooks, it steams itself.
Yeah, and the heat from the bottom makes it brown, and then like because it's covered, it like steams it, so it's just perfect. What's funny? Heat from the bottom makes it brown.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do half a can of green chili. So I'm gonna open up this can of green chili. We fell in love with green chili living in New Mexico, and so if you've had New Mexican green chili, you know exactly what we're talking about.
I would even go as far as say this is my favorite recipe to add green chili to.
Oh yeah, I like vegan mac and cheese with green chili.
If we get green chili from the grocery store, we're doing vegan mac and cheese.
Yeah,
we're doing
it's
mac and
done.
cheese.
It's written. Okay, so I'm gonna put half of this in here, and then what do you have there, Ezra? What do you have?
I've got a 1.5 cups of some broth.
How'd you make that broth? Where'd you get that broth?
We made our own broth. We used to buy it, and I say used to as in like a couple weeks ago. Let me get a good stirring.
Yeah, we would do like the Tetra Pak, like the boxes, or we would do like the cans, and we just realized how much money we were spending on broth, and so we, of course, Googled it and found Better Than Bouillon at the Natural Grocers, and I like
This
shopping.
was totally by accident. You
Yeah.
say Googled.
No, I had Googled it when we were in the store.
Well, here's why you Googled it though. Because we forgot to. Oh no! At the Aldi, quarantine life is real life.
Oh
so,
yeah, no broth, no toilet paper, no beans, no paper towels at the Aldi right
So
now.
we're like, okay, we don't have broth. Great. What do we do? And you Googled it.
Yes, and so Better Than Bouillon, and what's nice about shopping at Natural Grocers is that they have a really strict ingredient policy, so we know it's not going to be filled with junk. And so we got the Better Than Bouillon, and then we put it in the water. So you put it in like hot or boiling water, and it dissolves, but it's sort of a like liquidy. You can see it. It's sort of like liquid gold. And like it's like 1/7 of the price of buying the broth in the Tetra Paks or in the cans. So that's brilliant. Okay.
We don't even wait for it to boil. We just put our kettle on and then we mix it after it's hot. Okay, before we get into this, I want to know something about your life, Katie. Because mac and cheese, and the reason we make a vegan mac and cheese is because mac and cheese is...
I love it. It's my favorite.
Your comfort go-to food.
Yeah.
So when did it start? When did you...
So I think my parents are on here. Hey, Ed and Lisa.
Hey, Ed and Lisa.
And we would, when I was growing up, we would go out to eat about once a week. And sometimes they would ask us where we wanted to go because they're wonderful, generous, parental humans. And I always wanted to go to Old Country Buffet.
Yeah,
But
rather
I
than
was-
choosing,
Yeah,
we're going here.
Yeah,
they let
because
you
there was
decide.
like, and I would choose Old Country Buffet because there was something that everyone liked. And all you can eat.
You're so considerate.
Oh, thanks. So I would not get a lot of different foods.
Yeah.
I would get one food and I would get multiple plates of it. And
Yeah.
I would get the like cafeteria style macaroni and cheese. Plate on plate on plate of the like yellow, goopy,
So you
totally
say
bad
you'd
for you.
have more of that than anything
Yeah.
else.
Oh, absolutely.
Easy.
Like maybe sometimes I would go get soft serve afterwards. I would just eat myself silly on
So
macaroni
you were
and cheese.
like, you craved like soft, velvety,
yeah,
like...
yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Velveeta shells and cheese was always my jam. Like I have, like mac and cheese has been my favorite comfort food for a really long time. Hi mom. And so I, now, you know, being an adult and someone in their 30s and also someone who has a health and wellness business, I have a hard time with the Velveeta and the processed cheese. And so this is a really good version that like checks a lot of the boxes and is super tasty and is made from more whole foods. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for explaining.
Yeah. What is your one of your first memories with macaroni and cheese? Like, do you have a storied history with
Nope.
it the way that I do?
I do not.
You have some different foods
I
because
do.
your upbringing is significantly different than mine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
because we grew up in the military with my pops, and my dad got into the military because he wanted to travel. At least that's what they told me. So but we did travel, and I grew up a lot in European countries. So I had a lot of different culture, and I'm very lucky, and what a blessing. What are you doing there?
I'm going to show as you talk. Keep talking. This
Yeah.
is chili powder.
This is the 3/4 teaspoon.
Yep.
So did you do like,
I did a half and then a quarter.
oh gosh, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
Great.
I got it.
Yeah. So I couldn't tell you off the top of my head exactly like what are some comfort foods because of
I can
kind of
tell
like-
you.
Okay.
Rice and beans. 100%.
Well, that's because my parents
100% rice
are
and beans
Puerto
for
Rican.
this one. Yeah, but like, you know, it's like, mystery. What's Ezra's comfort food? Who knows? Rice and beans. 100%.
It's in my blood.
We, like, if
Yeah.
we don't
There's
have
a dough
brown...
running in my blood. I can feel it.
If we don't have brown rice in the house, like, I can feel you're unsettled. Like... We need at least like
I didn't know that.
like rice. We do
We
brown
gotta have
rice
rice.
instead of white rice, but having rice in the house and then like beans.
Yeah.
You know, we just gotta have them. Even today, we're at the Aldi. The only beans that were left at Aldi were kidney beans and chili beans. And
There's no black beans?
and-
you said no, there's no black beans.
and he like went and looked on all the shelves. No
There's
black
nothing
beans.
to see.
Yeah.
And I definitely
Empty.
just grabbed one can of red.
Yeah. Just in case we didn't find bees anywhere else, you did. You were so sweet and sad. You were
I
like,
didn't even realize that.
we gotta have beans in the house
Holy
because
God.
it is his most favorite.
Okay,
thing.
all right. So you
there
put
it
some
is.
chili powder in there. You put some
Yeah.
cumin in there. About
Yeah,
what,
and
half?
then
Okay.
it was a half teaspoon of cumin, 3/4 teaspoon of chili powder.
Now this recipe calls for a tablespoon of cornstarch.
Yes.
Which I am very curious about. I guess it's going to help thicken it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't know that it needs thickening, but you know.
How much nutmeg?
Okay.
This
So,
is sort of like a
nutmeg.
surprise ingredient.
Right. Nutmeg is very potent.
Yeah.
So even if I double a recipe,
Yes,
I
it is.
don't go much more.
Don't double the nutmeg.
Do
Put it on a
not.
bumper sticker.
Just don't double the nutmeg.
Double the nutmeg.
Double
Don't
the nutmeg. Go
Okay.
ahead. So I just do like
A
an
delicate.
I've got a fourth of a
delicate,
teaspoon.
A little tap.
A little tappy. A little tap it. A little tap it. Okay. I'm not even gonna do a full fourth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little
Not
bit.
even for the joke.
Nah, not even for the joke.
Okay, so this
I'll get salt and pepper in there while you talk about it.
Thank you. So this ingredient is nutritional yeast, which I think we talked about on last episode or the episode before. And you can find all the previous episodes of what we've done in this here Facebook group. So here's your health. Look down. You will find the other recipes. We're doing this every Tuesday and
I
Thursday.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm also downloading them because my dear friend Rebecca, who is in DC, she's not on Facebook, and she gave me this shirt that says Kale on it, and I download them for her and send them to her because she's like, I've been asking for a cooking show for years, and now you're doing it on the one platform I'm not on, and I'm like, it's okay. We can accommodate everybody. Right?
This thing, exactly. This thing that you poured in, this nutritional yeast, this is where you're going to get your main cheese flavoring from.
I like the air quotes.
cheese flavoring.
Yes.
This is what it does, and it also goes a long way. So, like, I don't double the use of this if I double what I
Yeah,
did.
let me hold this up so you can see it. Nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
And we
And
get
we got
at the natural grocers, they sell it in the bulk section as well. And so,
I mean, it's all. We got more just in case because we go through it.
You added salt and pepper?
I did. Oh, well, salt. Couldn't find the pepper. It's okay.
Oh.
We can do that later.
Okay. Ready to blend?
Ready to blend.
Okay, here we
About
go.
to take off. Here we go.
Do we need the tamper?
Right behind you.
Oh, you are so smart. All right, ready?
Not yet. Gotta plug her in.
Oh, right.
Vitamix comes with a wand.
That's right. They call it the tamper.
Wingardium Leviosa.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. You start low.
Start low.
And then you dial it up. We're at a 4. We're at a 6. We're at an 8. We're at a 10. Now we go.
So you went out pretty quickly.
Sorry. I don't usually do the blending part. This is Ezra usually does this part. And I took the thing off so that we could tamp it. Yeah, I can feel the cashews like
This is the part that's going to take a while, and it is loud, and maybe, probably annoying. What I like about this recipe, however, is no, because we need it creamier than that.
Okay.
So you can feel. Actually, it's doing real well.
I think so. This recipe has extra broth than the one that Ezra normally does, and
Right.
so we were like, it's an experiment to see if it's like creamier and if it doesn't require quite as much
I've been
time.
adding almond milk from time to time, just to kind of like thin it out a little. Again, you ready?
I'm ready. We're at a 4. We're at a 5.
I can see in the middle how granular it still is.
Yeah. We're at a 6.
But it is looking pretty liquidy.
We're at 10.
sound overpowering.
Okay. That looks great.
That looks great.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold it up so that you can see. What's cool about the Vitamix is that the motor is so cray that it warms up. Like you can make soup and like heat up soup in the Vitamix, and you don't have to like ever use any other heating device. The Vitamix, I think it has like the motor of a car
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, it's industrial.
Okay.
It's a small Mercedes. Small.
Small.
A
coupe.
Mercedes coupe.
Mm-hmm.
GT 138. I think I just described a Mustang. I'm not really sure.
Okay, so we want to mix in the pot.
Yep,
So
yep,
we
yep, yep.
made brown rice pasta shells in anticipation of this. We found our favorite brand at Natural Grocers. It's what we used to get in New Mexico at the Sprouts. So, and we, yeah, good?
Yeah, just
Okay,
as is.
okay, great. So we're gonna put the pasta back in the bowl, and then we're gonna add the cheese and mix it up. And, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we go with the pasta, with the cheese first, because that's going to be the thing to heat up. Yeah.
Okay,
Does that
great.
make sense?
I think so, because we're gonna put it back on the
That's
burner.
what the recipe says. It's not what we normally do.
Okay, so you
but-
can see. Whoa!
and this is the fun.
I think about half of the recipe, right? Because the other half we put in like a little salsa jar, and
Oh yeah, sure.
and we use
I
it
did
for
do a lot of
dipping chips.
I did a lot of shells. So
Okay, well let's start there,
mix
and
it
then
up
if we
and
need
see
more
where we
cheese,
go.
we can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll sort of sandwich in the pasta.
Yeah.
Working together.
So,
working together.
This, these were the things that we wanted to show you. We wanted to show you the cheese sauce. We wanted to show you the pasta.
This is our go-to favorite.
You can do add-ons for macaroni and cheese. I'm sure you know if you've ever been in any restaurant that sells it. So I will probably put a little bit of green chili. I made some New Mexican red chili sauce the other day. I'll probably do a little drizzle of that.
Can't do that. Give you heartburn.
Give some heartburn.
Really
We also
tasty. Can't do
we pickled some red onions the other day. And thank you to our friend, my Arbonne friend Anya, who sent me a recipe.
Shout
And
out to Anya.
then I might put some tuna on mine as well, because that just sounds good to me. But you can do chicken, you could do, what's so funny? Why is it funny that I said chicken?
No, it's just the face that I made was.
Oh, okay. All right. It's no longer vegan mac and cheese if you do chicken. Newsflash.
Which we've done multiple times.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think with the first, because we were wanting some protein in this thing, so we
Yeah, some additional protein.
some
Yeah.
additional protein, right? Because there's plenty of protein
Yeah,
in cashews.
yeah.
So we did sausages. We cut those in half.
Sausages, yes.
I did half
Did
moon
like little
sausages.
coins. We're gonna put the recipes in the comments. So if you're interested in the recipes, tuna, yes, Susan. Hey, and my mom
Oh, yeah.
says tuna and peas. Yeah, so it's like
Oh,
it's
peas.
like tuna noodle
That's right,
casserole.
yeah.
Yes, and peas
Mm.
are in season. Tis
What a
the
great,
spring.
what a good
Oh,
call.
yeah.
Good call, Lisa.
But we do want to remind everyone that it is a super moon tonight, a super full
Pink.
moon.
Super pink moon. Do you
It
know
won't-
why it's called pink?
I do, and I just want to like
Do you
caveat
think it's very confusing?
because I'm expecting to see a pink moon tonight.
No.
It's not going to be color pink. Why
Do you
is
know-
it called pink?
Because it's the full moon in April.
And things are blooming pinkly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It has no reference to the color at all.
So we're going out with the binoculars, the binos.
The binos.
To go look at the moon after we finish up this Facebook Live and we eat. Are you going to try it? Try it. Don't put the spoon back in it though, because the professional chefs.
Oh
will.
my god.
Yeah? That could have gone one of two ways. It could have
Yeah.
been like, oh my god, it's so good, or like, oh my god, we've made a terrible mistake.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this into the other room,
Okay.
and you can fend for what you'd like for dinner.
He's just kidding. I'm going to eat some too. Thank you for watching. Happy Tuesday!